everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a part 3 / finish of the page that we started with the watercolour, the Prima watercolour paints in the Seasons by Hanna karlzon. Now the last one we worked on the pencil detail, and now I still need to do a little bit of pencil detailing around these leaves, but I'm going to use Prismacolor for that and Prismacolor for the bottle, purely because I'm going to be doing a tutorial out of the, I think it's number 2, this one, the Colour is Special Effects number 2. So yeah, this is just a glass bottle one, which is all grey colours. Now I was going to add like a potion effect in the middle, make like bubbles coming out of it, but I think that it would have took away from this little, I don't know if it's a sticker, what it's meant to be really. I think it's meant to be a sticker. So I'm going to leave the centre bit empty and colour that in as if it was a sticker, I think. The lid I'm probably going to do in the shades that Helen's told us to use. So I will be right back once I've got all the pencils out and we're ready to go and lights on. So these are the 5 colours that we're using. I'm just going to keep this in shot just for a minute, but then I'm going to move it out and you probably won't see it until the end of the video maybe. You know, it's not going to turn out like that. I hope it does. I hope it does, and I'll follow the tutorial. But the colours that we're going to use is 20% Cool Grey PC 1060, 50% Cool Grey PC 1063, 90% Warm Grey, which is PC 1056, black and a white. So I've just been reading the tutorial of it, and I'm a bit confused. It said 20% Cool Grey. Next, colour over the grey in white pencil. So we'll do as she's telling us, you know. So I've just got all my pencils ready here. Like I said, I'm going to keep the middle bit empty because I think that probably will look good as a sticker. So I'm just going to colour over the whole area like she said. Also, I don't know what this is going to turn out like with having a bit of distress ink in the background. I don't think I've ever coloured, I've not done this tutorial before, definitely not done this. So I'm just going to do a light layer as she said, and then go over the top with the white. And keeping my fingers crossed. The mushrooms as well, I think I'll do them in normal mushroom colours, so I'll leave them empty for now. She doesn't say how much you're meant to be pushing down on the pencil, so I don't know whether it's meant to be just a thin layer or what, I don't know. And the base as well. And then the lid, I'm going to do all that in the same colour, which I might have to improvise on that because the lid on the one in the book, it's just like a cork, a wooden cork. And not forget this bit. Right, now she says to go over the top, go over the whole thing with white. She says colour over the grey in the white pencil. So we'll do as we're told. Again, I'll just do a light layer of this because it doesn't say, so my pencil is getting rather small. I need to get a couple of the pencil extenders. I've only got one, and that's currently using the Prismacolor cream, I believe. And we'll go back to the top. Right, now it says number 2, 50% cool grey, blend into the lighter grey and then colour over in white, reapply grey if needed. So that is the darker one, 1063, which is this one. I'll just bring it back in actually, because it is confusing me a little bit, this. And then the 50% warm grey. So I'm just going to have to sort of copy this shape she's got going on in the middle and leave that bit empty, but with it being what I wanted to put the sticker there, I don't know what this is going to look like, so I'm just going to have to probably improvise a little bit and do my own thing. Because I know that there was a bit as well that I meant to use an eraser. I actually got my eraser out ready. I honestly don't know what this is going to look like now. It's making me a bit nervous because I hadn't even thought about that in the middle. Maybe I am going to have to colour that in. Let's just do these areas. And looking at the reference again. I think what I might have to do is make it darker on the outside instead of leaving it completely white like Helen's told us. I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish that with this page. I'll leave a couple of areas and then we can always come back, can't we, if we don't like it. So that bears as well hasn't got, the glass bottle hasn't got the same shape as this. It's not got the bottom bit and it's not got the lid. Just want to take the blind a bit. We'll do this as well, all that colour, and bring this down a little bit. I'm not liking that streakiness there. You know what? I think that is because of that white pencil. Maybe once we start blending it out, it'll look better. But at the moment, I'm not impressed with that streakiness there. I'm going with the darker one. It's 90% warm grey, PC 1056, and I'll try my best to, you know, try and go with what the reference is, but I actually like them two greys together. I've never tried that before. They're nice. Making my own way here because there's There's nothing in the boot to tell me what to do with this bit. So I hope everyone is doing alright. Nice weather here today, lovely and sunny. I'll bring this round as well, just a little bit here. She's using the black as well. So I've picked out the gel pen as well that I want to use on the border. It's the, I've not got much left of it actually, orange and metallic yellow, the Pentel Hybrid Duo. This is probably the most used one. I think I've gone through about four different ones of them. Right, I'm going to go over with the white now and see if I can just blend it out slightly. Without it leaking too messy. And then we'll go back in with the black. So her tutorial boots are really good, but you have to match really to a T what you colour into what's in the boot. I mean, I've not done it yet, I don't like colouring in the boots themselves, but she does give you the object to practice on, so it might be an idea me doing that in these boots, because I haven't done that at all. I just try and find what's ever in my colouring book in that book or vice versa and do it that way. I'm going to add a little bit of black now. And let me just see what that's going to look like with white over the top. If I don't like it, I'm going to go over the top again. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. A little bit at this edge and this one. I think she mentions about a white gel pen as well, white ink highlighter. I'll just have to use my gel pen for that. I'm sure it'll work very similar. I have got an ink somewhere, but I think the gel pen will be just as good. I'm going to push these colours to one side now. Mushrooms I'm going to do in just normal mushroom colours. I'm not even going to use the eraser because she does say to use an eraser for the middle bit. Obviously I can't totally follow that, so let's pop that down. And let's go in with this border and get this started. I'll start off at this corner here. I'm probably going to have to bring it down onto the acorns, I think. I'll lift it up to the camera in a minute when I've done a little bit more and show you how gorgeous this colour is. We'll just do this one first acorn. I'll lift it up now. Move it in the light. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Oh, you know what? I could colour the dots in the same colour maybe. Am I just going ahead of myself here after saying that I wanted it normal mushroom colours? Because I was thinking like a dark red and white. That might look better actually. So that leaf can get coloured in. I'm going to have to colour that in with this gel pen as well. Otherwise I think it might look a little bit weird. fine, you're not in the frame. I do apologise. Now I've learnt with this camera, if you just leave it just for a second, and normally it fixes itself. Right, I think I've got you right now. Trying to get the camera to focus. Yeah, it's just a really pretty colour, this one. I could have gone in with my KJ Designs by Karen, but I don't think I own a colour that's similar to this. It's more of a sort of bronzy shade. And I didn't fancy gold, not today. See, with these gel pens as well, I'm not having no problem with the flow. I've had a couple of gel pens in the past that, you know, they just stopped working, and I don't know why. This little bit, so I don't move my pencil sharpener because that'll end up getting chucked on the floor if I carry on. A teeny weeny little bit there, and then I'm going to do that one leaf as well to match. Just going round and checking. I don't think there's any more areas that I need to do with this gel pen. So the mushrooms, I think I am going to do them like a burgundy colour. We've got a raspberry. I do like this, is usually my go-to for a burgundy colour. Crimson Lake, I'm going to use the Crimson Lake, I think, just to sharpen this one. Don't want it too sharp because, knowing me, quite heavy handed with pencils, it'll break. Let's start off this one. Yeah, that's the sort of colour I was after. So what blenders have I got here? I've got the Prisma blender. Motorbike. I think he's the guy that always parks. He's got a motorbike and he's got a car. And he always parks his car halfway on the pavement and halfway on the road. But the way that the pavement is, half of his tree grows out on the pavement, so you can't get the wheelchair, the buggy past. You have to walk in the middle of the road, and the next time I see him, I'm going to have to mention it. He's at the back by the sounds of it, I think. On this side. Last night was the first night as well that I put a candle on in, gosh, months. I had the radiators on, I had my comfy pyjamas on. I had, what's the candle called? Spiced apple tatty, I think it's called. That's one that my husband brought back from America. What was the shop called now? I can't remember. It's quite a popular shop over there. That's where I got the hand sanitizers from as well. It'll end up coming to me when I finish filming. I'm going to go over with one more layer just to deepen it up. I'm going to leave the circles bare because I'll go in with a white gel pen, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to have to mention something because obviously it's not safe walking in the middle of the road and it's on a bend. Right, so the sticker, what colour should we do this sticker? That needs to be able to tie in. I think a nice mustard colour. So let's get a deeper colour than that. And he's back again, he's coming back. Dark purple, PC 931. And I'm just going to darken one edge on each of them. And then go over and blend with the Prismacolor blender. Now I'm going to learn my lesson this time when I've done the gel pen. Don't stick my hand in it like I did at the top with the black. Right, now the blender. Again, I'm not having it too sharp, otherwise it'll just snap on there. It's turned out to be a bit of a mixed media page, this, hasn't it? Right, so let's go in with that, the white signal pen now. Let's test if it's working. Yep. And just make these stand out a little bit more. I think I'm going to add some stickles to this page as well. Well, it's mixed media, we might as well. Did anybody see my Instagram stories of the dogs? I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday last week when they were having the mad hour. They really are daft chihuahuas. If they have that mad hour, then I won't see them for the rest of the day. They'll stay in the beds. I've just brought you out a little bit, and I'm going to go in with the green ochre PC 1091 and just add a tiny bit of shading. Nothing crazy with these leaves. There's a lot going on this page. It's probably better actually me doing that motion apart from flicking. That's probably easier actually. I'm just trying to think of anything else that I could use for that middle bit. That'd be the sticker, just to make it stand out a bit more. I can go around the edges with the glaze pen. That's a good idea when we're finished. That's an idea. So what's everyone colouring Halloweeny wise? I'd love to see. I've been keeping an eye on Instagram, trying to get a little bit of inspiration, to be totally honest, to colour a Halloweeny page myself. This is as far as I've gone with the autumn. I think I said in the last video as well that I was going to do something extra with these, but I think it looks nice as it is. You know, I don't want to mess with it too much. I don't know about you, but if I see something that needs to be perfect, I'll keep messing with it and messing with it and messing with it. And sometimes it just needs to be left. One of the dogs scratching at the beds. So we're all trying to get comfy. I'm really using a light hand here, you know, there's barely any pressure going down. You want a treadmill there or what? She's going out of bed. Daft dog. Right. So the middle bit, I've had a good idea. I've had a really good idea. Let me find them. Oh, where are they? I'm looking for my Spectrum Raw Sparkle pens. Which I will be right back. I've got an array of different things here now for sort of embellishments. I was looking around everywhere for these and I realised I put them in the acrylic container behind me with all the rest of like my Copics and stuff like that. So this is the Harvest Moon, I believe it's called, Harvest Moon Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen, and I'm going to fill the whole of the entire area in the middle with this and then go out around the first lip with the Sakura Jelly Roll metallic in red, and then around the outside with black. And then I've got a selection of stickles just here that I'll go through. I'll zoom you out and go through. I did want to put the glossy accents over the top, but if I did that with it being a book, it would be raised up, so when I close the book, if I'm doing, let's say, this page in front of it, you'd probably be able to feel that lump, and without me putting, you know, a million and one pieces of paper, it might spoil it. I don't know, we'll see once this is dry. So I'm just going to get some scrap paper, because with these usually you do have to just squeeze them out to get going. There is pigment coming out. As you squeeze, it comes through the barrel there, then comes out the tip. So there we go, I only needed one little one. I've not used these in a long time actually. I'll carefully go around the edges. And these actually blend together really well if you use two different colours. As long as you blend them together while they're still wet, it works a treat. With it being a brush tip as well, it's quite quick. It'd be a lovely colour this for pumpkins. I'm going to keep this out on my desk to remind me to use it over the next coming weeks, I think. Just one more layer over the top. But the only thing is with this, it gets everywhere. Luckily it's not got on my nails, I don't think, so I'm going to keep that on my desk. And then this one, I don't think it's a name. There's not a name in the colour, unfortunately, it's just a red. Just the metallic in red. Let's see if I can bring you in just slightly closer without the camera getting... I got there in the end. I was looking for a darker red tone, more of a burgundy, but I haven't got anything like that in gel pens. Here's Mr. Motorbike again. I think he's finally gone out of the estate now, by the sound of it. Hopefully that'll be the last of him for this video. I've just been reading the news as well. Apparently from this weekend, or from Monday, sorry, they're shutting restaurants and bars again, which we haven't really been out anywhere to benefit from that. I mean, we definitely don't go pubs or anything, but restaurants we did. And I did plan on going out to a steakhouse in 2 or 3 week time, but you know, it's not the end of the world. As you can see, it's glittery in the middle and then shiny on the outside. And I'm just going to be really careful with this. not to go out the lines. Let's do this side. I thought it was having a funny one on me then and not coming out, but it's working, it's fine. Don't you just hate that when you've already started something off and whatever it is you end up using is either run out or broke, and then you have to try and figure out what to do, like if you've got another supply that's similar. I've tried the white one of this and it's not as good. I thought it might have been better than the Signal, but it's not. It's more of a clear white than really opaque. Right, so that's the sticker, as I was calling it, done. I'll show you all my stickles, what I'm working with. This container that I've got, I did get it off Amazon. I'll just move this out the way just very slightly because I don't want to touch that black while it's wet. And I'm missing, these are not all stickles, I think there's 4 or 5 of the Dovecraft, which is okay. It's not the best, they're not as good as stickles, but this is the colour selection. And I'm thinking, is that the copper one? Yeah, this copper tone here. This is very similar, rose gold. I think they're too similar to use together. I don't want red. Or maybe that green, lime green. If I don't like it, I can always rub it off, that's the good thing. I'm just going to use 2 colours. I don't want to go over the top with glitter. But I'm loving how this is turning out. I'm just going to do the same thing as what I did with the black. I'll just pop it in certain areas. I'm hoping that none of these are blocked up and that we're okay. We're okay. And these will dry flat, but I've noticed if you lift up the page, tap the back of it, it flattens them out, so there's not like a tip to it. It makes them flatter. So I'll just do this all over. Just some couple of random ones. And a few up here. And let's try that green. I don't know if it's going to be too vibrant. I don't want gold. Let's try the green. Let's put it down here. No, that's fine. Definitely goes with that background. Just a few up here. I'm doing it out of frame. And with the glossy accents in the middle, I'm not going to put it down. With it being in a book, I'm a bit nervous about when I close it and doing the other pages, but that is it all finished. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. If you did watch all 3 of the videos, then thank you so much. I'm really pleased, especially with the watercolour. Using watercolour to base the picture just makes the pencil work a million times easier. But don't do what I did and use the distress ink first. That's what I would say. I'd always say use the distress ink first before anything else. But let's just check for bleed through very carefully, not to get glue on the other page. And we've got none, no bleed through. I tell you, the paper in this book is just brilliant. So that's going to be the end of this 3-parter. I wasn't planning on it being a 3-parter, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and please like this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.